Hi, I'm Erin from erinbusby.com, and tonight I want to talk about the great power of small words. So the language we select shapes and reflects both our internal environment, our beliefs about ourselves and about the world, and also how the world perceives us. And related to the body, it's interesting to observe the pronouns that one uses about themselves. So when you refer to yourself, do you use it? Do you use she, he, or z, which is a gender-neutral pronoun some of my friends use? Or do you use I or me? And does that differ based on what part of yourself you're talking about? So if you're talking about your mind or your spirit, do you say I? And if you talk about a physical part of you, do you say it? And why is that? And how does it feel when you play with that? Other words to pay attention to are things like should. And actually, this might be really fun to start tracking. You might want to set an intention to notice when these words start coming up, both in your stream of consciousness or verbally when you're speaking with other people. So should, ought, have to, must, must not. To, as in, I'm too short or not enough. I'm not thin enough. It just feels awful, doesn't it, to hear that? I should be more. I should be less. I don't want. I want. Want is actually a really interesting word because it both means to desire and to lack. If I want something, I typically don't have it yet, therefore I lack it, which is a slightly different nuance than saying I desire that, which is different to I covet that or I would kill for that. Really? It's a really intense thing to say. Like, I like it, I don't like it. Love. Love is really interesting to pay attention to because it could mean I deeply respect and admire and cherish this. Or it could mean I have a casual excitement about that. So neither is necessarily bad or good, right or wrong, but words have power when we use them selectively. And how selective we are when we use things and what we apply them to really says a lot about what's going on through here. Yeah, so those are some big ones. And I'm a huge fan of data. So I find it interesting when I'm just starting to observe something to actually write it down. So you might want to keep just like a tiny little pocket notebook. Be like, oh wow, yesterday I said that my hips were too big 3 times. And are they? Or is this just the right size? Am I exactly how I'm supposed to be right now? Is it really the skirt that was too small? Which do I expect to change? Myself or an object in relation to myself? And neither is necessarily right or wrong, but it's really interesting to see what you're oriented towards being more important or less important. So be gentle with yourself. A lot of these are stories that we've been telling ourselves for years and years and years, or stories that have been told to us since we were too small to question them and have just become part of our casual, unconscious language. And when it becomes conscious, you might actually discover some pretty shocking things. That may be true, it may not be true, but whatever you discover, if you want to share, leave a comment in the box below. I look forward to talking with you about it, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Have a good night.